Ricardo, what can you tell us about the team performance today?
Yeah, I think, first half was very good, of course, and then, the second half we gave them a little bit of life. There was some moment in the game where, we lost control of the game and, it got a little bit, messy, but at the end of the day we got the win, and I think that's important.
Yeah. Did you get impatient during the game on the bench?
Yeah, it was a moment, of course, you want to come in as a game, and looking at a game like today, there's some spaces, there's some opportunities that you can take advantage of, but, fortunately I got to play a good amount of time, and, I made a difference.
Yeah. Do you feel you're improving when you get more time each game after each game?
Yeah, of course. I think it's natural, whether, the more minutes you play, the more rhythm you're going to take into the game and anytime you come on the pitch. So, yeah, I think it's normal. The more you play, the better you're going to feel on the pitch.
How far are you away from 90 minutes?
Yeah, it's a question that, it's not really, I don't have an answer to it. It's really up to the coach. And, I think I'm ready for it. But, like I said, it's a coach's decision.
Okay, but physically, there are no restrictions anymore?
Physically, I think, I've been feeling pretty good, and, hopefully it stays like that.
Yeah. When you come on, do you have to be greedy at that moment?
No, not really greedy. My best interest is to help the team, of course, and, helping the team, then my chances are going to come. So I think it's more about helping the team and winning games.
Yeah, but when you go with two strikers towards the opponent's goal, that's what I mean by being greedy. That's not a strange or negative thing for a striker.
Yeah, of course, you got to have a little bit of hunger, of course, but, in another situation, if, the goalkeeper steps to me and, I have another player who's free, at the end of the day, I'm going to give it. But as a striker, 1v1 versus a goalkeeper, you always want to take advantage of that.
So final question, is it difficult when you get onto the pitch in quite a messy situation, but when the team is position-wise falling apart a little bit?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, it's a little bit tricky because the first 15-20 minutes I didn't really touch any balls, and then suddenly we got an opportunity and I scored a goal. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult to come into a game like this, but like I said, at the end of the day I was able to help the team and we got the win.
Expect to start on Tuesday?
And like I said, it's not my decision, and hopefully I get to play some minutes, and we'll see what happens.
Thank you.